Bottom line is, it's just like, exude confidence, right? Brides can smell fear. It's totally true. I had a photographer one time. You guys notice that I share a lot of things I've learned from other people, right? Because I rarely have an original idea, all right? And so I've taken all of these lessons and I put them into what I teach others. And I'm a huge, huge, huge fan of, not just believer of, I have to give credit where credit's due. So I can't live my life acting like all of this is mine and these are my ideas. I feel like I'm a fraud if I do that. And so when I keep saying this, that's why I'm saying it. I'm not trying to be like, yeah, so Anna Cooperberg told me one time. I'm not trying to drop names. I'm just trying to give credit, right? Thing is, I don't remember this guy's name, so I can't really give him credit on that one. But he was an older photographer, and I don't know how it all came up. We were just at some like vendor get together, and he's like, man, it's really simple. It's like all you got to do is just be a duck. I'm like, be a duck? What are you talking about? He says, you ever watch a duck swim? He's like, they just kind of glide around, their hair's all, and they're just like gliding around, but underneath they are paddling like hell. Right? And it's like that's what you got to do. Like, even if I've had people in consults, like the father of the bride, just like grilling me, just like bam, 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 and I'm just like, I just got to keep my face and just stick up to him and just be like, nope, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I do that. Oh, we'll talk about that. You just have to, and eventually that confidence starts to build, right? Because shockingly enough, I was never this way, confidence-wise. I was really shy in high school, and I remember not being able to call one of my friends to see if he would go to the football game with me. It's silly. It's totally silly now. And then I started shooting, and I had to get over my fear of talking to people, getting in front of people, and my passion for the picture was more than my fears, and it helped me push through that, right? And we're going to talk a lot about that throughout these 3 days. And so, same with confidence, like doing all these meetings and like having all these experiences. I'll be like, I don't care who you are. You can talk to me, and I can talk back, and I can hang with anybody. Maybe not. My wife and I are huge Jimmy Buffett fans. I know that's weird to a lot of people, but. Did you perk up because you are too, or you think it's weird?
I'm a parrot head.
Okay, good, awesome. All right, I knew I liked you for a reason. Anyway, but I don't know if I'd be cool if I met him. I'd be like, he's like my only person that I think I would freak out about. But anyway, so it's kind of fun. But okay, so bottom line is, you just gotta gain their trust, right, and exude enough confidence. Okay, and so I got a little video here. About there's actually two little quick video clips. This is a Skype interview I did early on with one of my brides, 2012 maybe, I don't remember. Kelly and Kelly's wedding. So here's Kelly talking about trust.
I think too. Obviously, you had a really great reputation, and we'd seen images that you'd captured before, but something that I feel like was really important was that we were able to trust you. In seeing your work, I trusted that you were going to get the images that you needed to get. And I never once during that day thought, where's Tyler? He's missing this. I never saw you, but I knew you were there. I was so in the moment in doing what I was doing that day, whether it be getting my hair and makeup done or getting on the trolley or going to the church and talking with my friends. And I knew in my mind, I knew you were there and I knew you were taking pictures, but I never saw you. You never interrupted the flow of the day. And I never once worried oh, where is he? He's missing this moment, because I knew that you were capable of capturing everything that was going to be important to me and more, things that I didn't even know that I would treasure. So
yeah. I might have missed something.
Well,
you never know.
You can't be everywhere all the time. But you were most places most of the time.
I went most places most of the time. It's kind of funny. And then we talked about this.
Because there were some hookups that happened, and I have yet to see those documented on
Well,
film.
yeah. those usually happen after, like usually, but yeah. So I did miss some things. My bad.
You did miss some things.
But no, that's funny. That's funny. Happened at the wedding. That's all right. So yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just, I can't tell you how important confidence is in what you do, and just believing in yourself. And if you believe in yourself, then people will then believe in you, And so the trust with the clients starts right at that first consult, So yeah. So that's kind of that. We're gonna roll into a little bit of a next segment here. That's kind of the first thing. So cool.
Perfect.
Good.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you and I were talking yesterday.
Yeah.
Right. And we were talking about your style of wedding photography, and I gotta say I was pretty blown away. And from an impressed standpoint, I've done a little photojournalism back in my photography days, and the question I said to you, and I was a little bit incredulous, I said, so you don't move anybody and you don't really talk to anybody. I mean, you're just behind the scenes.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Well, I talk to people.
You talk, right, but there's
You got to talk to people because it's a little creepy just to be like.
You're talking, but
Yeah.
you're not telling them what to do. You're not posing them.
No, I
not-
absolutely, positively will not affect anything except for portrait time.
Okay.
Right? So I do portraits on the wedding day. I believe in them. I believe the formals are necessary. Right? They also kind of cover my butt a little bit, so that way if grandma ends up not going to the reception for some reason, then I have a photo of her, whatever. So I do believe in portrait time, but it's very, 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 very short, and that's the only time that I will ever affect or control or anything, like literally nothing. I will never hang the dress up. I will never touch any details. I will never, wedding coordinators will be like, well, so where do you want them to cut the cake? And I'm like, I don't really care. Just cut the cake,
Yeah.
So yeah, no, literally completely 100% hands off.
Yeah, but you do shoot some B-roll? Do you shoot B-roll stuff like food and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I mean,
not really.
I have to.
Yeah, because
right?
Yeah.
And nobody cares about it afterwards,
Yeah.
but they think they're caring about it during it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
Some people do. I mean, some weddings I've done are crazy extravagant, and I understand the money and the effort and the thought that went into all those. So I know you need that stuff, but it's not my priority.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Quick question, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
This one is, let's see. This one is from Camelia Magalhães.
I know her.
Okay. And it's a really highly voted on question. And so Camila asked, "Hi Tyler, hugs from Brazil.
Yes.
What do you do when the guests and the couple are very camera aware, making it difficult to capture these moments? How do you communicate to them?"
Well, it's hard.
Yeah.
If it's did she ask about the couples or other people?
Both.
Okay, both. So, it all starts with setting expectations early, and I tell them, and we're going to talk about this too. I'll talk about it more down the road as well. But it's like when I walk into a bridal suite with all the bridesmaids and everything, I'm not like Wile E. Coyote or anything where I'm trying to whatever, right? Like pick up a plant and move it, But yeah, thanks. That's good. Yeah. Okay. I really need. If it was crickets in here, I'd be in big trouble. So I'm just saying. But I make it a point to, hey everybody, because it's all turned to me, because I go right to the bride, I say hello. And then I try if it's like a downtime and she's talking about me, I'll be like, hey everybody, I'm Tyler, I go, it's really quite simple. You just got to ignore me. And I'm a big guy in black, and they're like, well, that'll be easy, and then I said, just treat me like I'm furniture. Just don't sit on me. And then they'll be like, that's funny. And then you just keep going, right? But I just try to manage those expectations. But quite frankly, if it's the couple, and they're, that testimonial I said, I'm not kidding you. If it's the couple and I'm shooting them and they're starting to mug for me or whatever, I will literally drop my camera and look at them and be like, mm-mm. And they're like, oh yeah. But people are the problem is that society has trained all of us humans that the world stops for a photograph, right? Every single time somebody takes a photo, oh, I'm sorry, I'm in your way. There's like this weird dance, right? And that's terribly hard for documentary photographers because we want the world to forget about us, And so there's just certain things you have to do, and I think you're going to be able to see that a lot in the live shoot footage we're showing tomorrow, because you're going to see how there's often times where I'm just a jerk. And I just don't even look at people, and I break eye contact, and I just stay behind the camera, and then they'll eventually be like, I learned it shooting kids at the newspaper, like ice cream socials and stuff. The kids are always like, yeah, camera, newspaper guy, all this kind of stuff. And I would literally get the frame ready, and then I'd just kind of look around and just completely be disinterested in them, and then they get disinterested in me, and then I can shoot my picture. There's just so many little tricks that you can do, but it all comes from confidence. So you had a question?
A follow-up on the previous question. You said that 100% you don't interfere with the situation at all. Yes. So I think I already know the answer to my question, which is, if the groom's getting ready and he's over in this closet and he just takes 5 steps this way and turns towards the light, it would be amazing and beautiful and there'd be a better background. So why not?
Because it's not reality. It's not what they're experiencing.
Okay.
Right? And I'm going to talk a lot about this in the next segment, a lot about this, right? Okay. And so I am ridiculously passionate about this, and I think, quite frankly, I'm one of the only ones that is. Even a lot of my good friends that come from journalism that do weddings aren't even as strict as I am. But it's just what I believe in, I don't think that I don't consider myself creative. Okay, I really don't. I consider myself good at documenting things, and I'm very good at building things, but I don't consider myself creative. And so, to me, real life is always going to be more creative than me. And I'm going to really dive into why. If you can wait, I don't want to is that cool?
Yeah.
Because it's a huge question I get all the time, and it's a huge hot button topic with people. And I don't want to jump into it right now. Okay, I'm going to build up a little bit. Is that cool?
Okay.
Yeah, but no, I will not do that. And there's been so many times where I'm in my head, I'm like, look at the window, go over there, and I'm like, but it's not working, and something like that, but it is what it is, right? So yeah, we'll get to that.